A girl gave me two of my ops loads Chipotle bowl, man. That's how much a nigga life is to one of
A
these females. A
Chipotle bowl,
$12.50 Chipotle bowl.
2 lives for a Chipotle bowl is drastically. That shit is heinous, bro.
This is real life, man. Like I be trying to tell my fuck, like you think this street shit again? You can't trust nobody, folk. And that's exactly why I won't trust no female, none of that shit, folk. That's how I got shot. I swear to God, that's how I got popped, man. I was talking to a female,
Tell
folks.
us
She had
about
my
it.
load, gave it to one of the ops. That's how that happened. That's why I never trust again. I never trust a female completely again. I never show.
In that video, IG post, how much your life is worth in the streets. A woman gave up a location for a Chipotle bowl. Let that sink in. Your life is no more valuable than a Chipotle bowl to these people out here. You want to be on IG and Facebook caption that your life was taken over Chipotle bowl? Make it make sense. Is that what you really want? You don't get to live your life and fulfill the promises that God put in you and fulfill your dreams over Chipotle because you interacting and dealing with the wrong people in the streets. Y'all guys need to stay off that corner too long, sitting on that corner too long. Y'all need to stop chilling with these people who be spinning and sliding and riding. You need to stay away from these women in the streets who got weed men, who got a weed man and all that crap. Imagine you dealing with a woman with a weed man, and the weed man got beef with you, and your life is taken over a couple of ounces of weed or whatever amount. That's how fast it happens. Know who you with and know who you dealing with. Yep. Before I got married and I was dealing with dating women or whatever, I wanted to know who's your baby daddy and all that. I didn't care. I need to know what I'm getting into, and so should you. Because these women out here be moving devious. Your life don't mean nothing to them. Be careful who you roll with. Be careful who you date. You say you chill with somebody in the street, you inherit the beef. You hang around people who got beef, you inherit it, whether you want it or not. It's like having a last name. Whatever your last name is, you inherit that last name. Whoever you hang out in the street with and you're seen with them, you inherit whatever comes with their lifestyle. Whether you want it or not, it's yours. The only thing that comes with being tough is death, jail. That's the only thing that comes with it. The toughest people die every day because they got to be on their front line proving that they're tough constantly. Proving that they're tough. It wears down on them mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Whether they want to admit to it or not. It's a hard job being tough 24/7. That comes with constantly looking over your shoulder, constantly being somebody you're not, constantly worrying about somebody disrespecting you and proving yourself to people who will probably never see you again after you squabble or get into an altercation with them or get into an argument with them, unless they want to circle the block and slide on you. God forbid. Tough people die every day. All it takes is one bullet in the right place. Or one bullet that you shoot. The minute you shoot that bullet, jail time automatically. You start in trouble out here. You're trying to act tough. Go to jail and ask those people and themselves if they can take back what they did. 90% of them would say, yeah, they shouldn't have done what they done, and they wish to be out here with the rest of us. It's 2026. You think them people with you or for you until that heat, until that pressure comes, until the cops tell them how much time they're facing, things get tricky. You're not gonna know who's really for you until you get into them circumstances. And by the time you get into them circumstances, it'll be too late. So why put yourself in them circumstances? People talk a lot. Talk about, oh, I'm 10 toes, I would never switch, I never do this, I never do that. Actions speak louder than words. And in the streets, only time you see who's really for you is when it's go time. And it can be too late. So why put yourself in that predicament? You know what I'm saying? Why put yourself in that predicament when you can live the life that God has promised you? Your dreams and aspirations. This money out here is getting printed every day. And it's yours if you want to go get it. You can live the lifestyle you want based off of the income you make and how much work you put in. Lay low. Find you a good woman. Find you a good, loyal woman who's not in these activities that these dudes are. And lay low and get out the way. Start a family. Build a business. Whatever you want to do. You're in control of your own actions. There's more than life to dying over Chipotle bowl. There's more than life than proving you're tough and constantly have to put yourself in dangerous circumstances that equal up to jail time or death. I don't care about being tough. I don't care about being tough. When you're with your family, when you act tough, not only you put yourself in danger, but the people around you in danger. You got kids, you got a girl, you got a wife and all that. You putting them in danger too. In 2026, these young dudes don't care. They'll hit up your mom. They'll hit up your relatives. They do whatever they did if they can't get to you. It's bigger than you. Whether you know it or not, your life is bigger than you. You got people around you that love you. You got family out here. And if you feel like you got nobody, you need yourself. You still need to live your life. At the very most, or the very least, you need to live for yourself. Avoid confrontation at all costs. And if you can't, you want to be able to defend yourself legally. That's why we obey the gun laws, keep a clean record, obey laws in general. So that way we can enjoy the benefits of our Second Amendment right and the benefits of being a civilian or a citizen in the streets. Because dudes in the streets have different politics, different rules that guarantees death or jail. So when you're a citizen, you step out into the streets, you got to play by different rules. You got to think more logically. You got to think more strategically. You got to avoid places that you know can get you caught up into some situations. If you know there's a place where potentially you're going to have to protect yourself, just because you got a gun doesn't mean you have to go there. We're trying to avoid confrontation at all costs. Because we got to get back to families. We got to get back home to ourselves. If you don't got a family, you don't got people around you, you still got to get home for yourself. Forget everybody else. If it's just you, you got a life to live. You got promises that God has to fulfill in your life. And they can't be fulfilled if you're out here living a certain way that puts you in danger. So think about what I said. When I was younger, I used to want to be in the streets, and I used to try and insert myself in the streets with these dudes out here that I know. But I had some real ones around me, even though they were in the streets, and some of them still are. They don't drag me into this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got some real ones around me. I know some real ones. Stay out the way, because I'm out the way. Learn from other people's mistakes. Those funerals that you go to, people around you who getting locked up, the people who've been jumped, stabbed, etc. Women that have been in these abusive relationships, etc. Learn from them and take the different route. You don't always have to learn stuff yourself by being in that situation. Be smart and learn from others. Don't put yourself in compromising situations. Learn from others and move accordingly. And be prepared for everything. Stay out the way, but be prepared for everything. But avoid everything, or try to. Arm yourself, and arm yourself with the word of God. Pray every day. Protect your family legally. Stay out the streets, and stay out of places that you can avoid, where you know will bring trouble.